Welcome to the Dark Ozarks. We are discussing ghosts, devils, and magic in African American belief systems and how this important tradition has shaped American folklore, including in the Ozarks. We'll get back to that in a minute, but first we want to remind you that the Dark Ozarks podcast is now available on Branson Podcast Network, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Substack, or about any other podcast platform. So what in traditional African and African American beliefs on the paranormal sound familiar today?
Well, for one, I think we have to understand that this is an incredibly rich world of ghosts and conjuring witchcraft. But it may be surprising how much of that or aspects of that we see in pop culture today and also in today's paranormal field. And as you mentioned, that is also going on right here in the Ozarks.
We will return to the impact of traditional African American belief systems on our modern folklore and paranormal field. But first, we want to invite you to like, follow, and subscribe to Dark Ozarks on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, as well as your favorite podcast platform. We also invite you to become a Dark Ozarks subscriber on Facebook. On the Dark Ozarks Facebook page, click subscribe, have your login information ready, and join Dark Ozarks behind the scenes for only $4.99 per month.
Your $4.99 per month subscription allows you to come with us on paranormal investigations, deep dive research, and topics too controversial for public view. The next 100 subscribers will be entered in a drawing for a free Dark Ozarks t-shirt and an exclusive signed first-run copy of the book, Dark Ozarks, The Spooklight. Subscribe today to be entered in the drawing.
And now you can get Dark Ozarks t-shirts for sale at darkozarks.com and paranormalsciencelab.com.
We encourage you to check out Always Buying Books in Joplin, Missouri, in person and online on Facebook and at the website alwaysbuyingbooks.com for all your reading needs, including a large section on the paranormal, history, and more. Not to mention, the building is haunted. Tell Bob and Elise that we sent you.
We also want to thank Beard Engine Brewing Company in Alba, Missouri. Beard Engine Brewing is the only English-style brewery in Missouri and has been twice named Missouri's best brewery by the Missouri Brewers Association. Great beer and great food in a historical building with a noir past. And yes, their building is also haunted. Tell Nate and Tiff that we sent you.
Good stuff. And a really, really interesting and very complex subject for tonight.
It really is, and important. I mean, often we talk a lot about European roots of paranormal beliefs and folklore as it affects North America, and particularly the Ozarks. But the African traditions have contributed just as heavily, and we see the influence everywhere.
We do. And oftentimes in areas and situations that we may not actually realize what it is that we're looking at, we've done investigations in which conjure played a major role in the location. And it is deeply important, and some of our research, some of the research just for tonight's episode, but some of our in the field research really comes back to is that in some cases, if you are not familiar with what you're looking at, it would be very easy to overlook. It is unfortunately a largely hidden portion of our lore, but in a way, hidden in plain sight in the fact that ideas or emphases about or created by or brought into being from this lore, which does have a West African base in terms of its belief structures, and its cosmology has impacted not only regional folklore, but a lot of perception. And some of that perception has come through the lens, a very negative sort of post-colonial lens with movies, etc., dating throughout the 20th century that consistently portrays practices like voodoo as consistently negative. But even so, it is still introducing aspects that are allowing, or perhaps unintentionally causing, these very important and very complex, and in many cases very beautiful belief structures to still have an impact on pop culture.
Agreed. And we're going to delve into this a lot more on the long video that will be uploaded here to YouTube tomorrow night. We invite you to watch that and check out all the other videos that we have up on the channel. And don't forget to check out upcoming events and merchandise at darkozarks.com and paranormalsciencelab.com. Thank you again to Always Buying Books and Beard Engine Brewing Company for helping to bring the Dark Ozarks to everyone.
On our next episode, we are going to be discussing the Oklahoma Ozarks. Catch the Dark Ozarks podcast on Branson Podcast Network, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Substack, or about any other podcast platform. Thank you, everyone.